Hey guys, John here again. Hope you guys are doing great. Got another devotional coming your way. Like I said on my other one, I've got a couple different sources that I'm pulling some stuff from. So like I said, I'm going to be looking at the Chip Ingram book that I've been looking at, and then also just finished up a study in Joshua that I got a bunch of great notes on. So I'm going to pull some of these out and do some of these ones on Joshua just because I think there's some great, real applicable things as far as leadership goes and struggles with all kinds of different stuff. So I think this is going to be a real good one to take a look at. So let's pounce into Joshua real quick. If you guys don't know where to find information on Joshua, I would suggest starting in the book of the Bible that is named after him. It's called Joshua, so that would be a good place to start. Joshua is the successor to Moses. Moses, if he's the one who led the Israelites out of captivity against Pharaoh, brought all the different plagues and got everything out of there. He's the Ten Commandments guy. He's the ultimate as far as a leader goes. Had his own challenges, couldn't speak very well, so he always had to have Aaron with him. Just a little side note, do you ever notice how when Moses wanted something done, he would have Aaron do it for him? He'd throw the snake down or something like that. I believe that's where the term to go run an errand comes from. That's not biblically sound knowledge. It's just something I wanted to throw out to you. So I don't know. That's probably not true. Definitely is not true. Just saying, because it's two different spellings as well. But anyway, let's just not get into that. Moses was selected as, or Joshua was selected as a successor to Moses. Moses was not going to be able to enter the promised land because of some. I'm not going to get into the details of that, but there's some things that happened with dealing with the people that God said that you're not going to enter the promised land, but I'm going to give Joshua, who is he will lead the people into the promised land. So he is the successor of Moses. First, we're going to look through verses 1 through 9 in Joshua tonight. Not going to go into each of these, but just in these first 9 verses, just being very direct towards Joshua. And this is where we get be strong and courageous. how many times have you heard that in Christian lore and all that kind of thing? But be strong and courageous. Says that just in the first 1 through 9, he says it 3 times to be strong and courageous, different ways. Just talking about not being afraid and all these things that he's going to have to do because this is a new job for him. And as we look at this time, like I said, I'm not a big looker at this time with this coronavirus thing that we're dealing with right now. I know that there's lots of conversation about struggles and just uncertainty and all this kind of thing. And I'm a glass half full kind of guy. It's just how God designed me a little bit. It might drive people crazy that I'm always the optimist looking at the good side of things. I might be naive sometimes, but I think God just designed me in a way that I look to see the positive sides of things. I'm a Browns fan. I was looking for next year, always trying to be positive. But that's one thing that we're looking at here is that I know we're all going through struggles, we're all unknowns and all this kind of stuff, what's happening right now. But this is what Joshua is going through. Imagine the struggles and challenges that he has to go through, and that he's being called up to now be in charge of this entire nation of Israel. And so you want to talk about being overwhelmed and being fearful and being anxious and all the kind of stuff that you'd be going through. This is the kind of stuff that Joshua was feeling. And there's many people I want to talk to when I get up there. But Joshua will be the one to just sit and listen and gain some knowledge from and say, how did you deal with all this kind of stuff? It's really kind of interesting. But, he's leading them into the promised land. And he gave him some very specific directions. God gave these to Joshua, where he said specifically, no one is going to stand against you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. I will be with you always. And these are the promises that God gives Joshua, in these first 9 chapters. But you look at these same truths are given all throughout the Bible directly to us, where he says, we will never be alone. Nothing can separate us from the love of God. sin, death, hell, the grave, all that stuff are below us, because God has put us, those things aren't going to matter, because they're all below what God has done for us in our lives. We won victories over all that stuff. He is always going to be faithful to us. So even as we go through some of these challenges with COVID and all the anxiety and uncertainty that comes with it, just realize that God has already won the battle. He's already won the war. And like I said in a couple weeks ago, we did these podcasts with the webinar with Daniel. This didn't catch God by surprise. I mean, this whole thing that's happening right now, he didn't realize it's nothing that he's shocked over. And it's just interesting to see what God's going to do with these kind of things. Is he going to open up some different doors for people, different kind of relationships, different kind of jobs, different kind of opportunities that are going to come out of this? Because I firmly believe everything happens for a reason. There are no coincidences. God plans these things out, and these are not surprises to him, and these are opportunities for him to do some great things in our lives and other people. But closing with this, just be strong and courageous. Be strong and courageous. I've got this. This is tattooed on my son's wall, and it's just one of those awesome verses that we should always hold true to. And look forward to bringing some of these other Joshua insights to you later on in the week. God bless. Have a great day.